On September 11th, 1985, Andrew Thornton was returning from Colombia after doing a drug run, and he was jumping from a plane. Right before he jumped, he threw about 35 kilos of cocaine out to the ground with the intention of going to get it as soon as he landed. Andrew Carter was born on October 30th, 1944 in Kentucky. His family was pretty well off. They owned a stud farm, which, to me, sounds amazing, but apparently it's for horses. He went to a prestigious private school, which nowadays costs about $70,000 a year. Back then it was, I guess, $26,000, give or take. Some shit. That's still insane. As an adult, he went into the military and did all sorts of shit, like paratrooping, invading the Dominican Republic. He got Purple Hearts. In the end, he left and ended up at the Lexington PD as a DEA agent. In his time with the LPD, he was able to earn his Doctor of Jurisprudence, which I did not even know was a word until today, literally. It's basically what a medical doctor is with lawyers. This is where he got the idea to start smuggling drugs, because of course he has all the laws, he knows what they are. So that's what he did. So this brings us to September 11th. After Andrew jumped from the plane, he realized that there was something really wrong. He was descending quickly to the ground, and he got all wrapped up in his parachute. At that time, he was wearing a bulletproof vest, Gucci loafers. He was in possession of night vision goggles, a green army duffel bag full of cocaine, cash, knives, gold, guns. But he ended up mincemeat in the driveway of somebody called Fred Myers. That would be the worst way to wake up. Get up, kiss his wife. Oh, I'm gonna go and get the paper. Goes and some dude is like exploded on your driveway. How awful would that be? Jesus Christ. So where does the cocaine bear come into all this, right? Okay, where's the cocaine bear? Well, after this happened, 3 weeks later, a report came in out of the National Forest in Chattahooga that there was a dead animal. When the Georgia police arrived, they found about a 150-pound black bear next to a canvas bag filled with cocaine. On top of that, there was about 40 empty packages shredded, completely licked dry of cocaine. So after a quick investigation by the coroner, because they brought a coroner out to check the bear, they determined that the bear had ingested a fuck ton of cocaine and died. The bear was collected and sent over to the Bureau of Investigation, where it was cut and the abdominal cavity was examined. The medical examiner who carried out the procedure said that in his findings, the stomach was literally full to the brim of cocaine. There's no mammal on this planet that would be able to survive what had happened inside that bear. He was finally diagnosed with a cerebral hemorrhage, respiratory failure, hyperthermia, kidney failure, heart failure, and a stroke. So basically this bear did so much cocaine, his insides just exploded. That is so gnarly. After the investigation was completed, the body of the bear was given to a friend of the medical examiner who happened to be a taxidermist. Because who wouldn't want a bear that took enough cocaine to the face to kill a large elephant? He stuffed it and donated it to the Chattahoochee River Recreation Area, which it was displayed in their visitor center. In the early 90s, there was a wildfire that forced the forest rangers to move the displays, which included Cocaine Bear, to the warehouse to keep them safe and in good condition. After a month, the bear was kidnapped and sold to a loan shark. The bear eventually ended up at a pawn shop in Vegas, where it had already been sold to a country star called Waylon Jennings. According to court documents, the pawn shop owner told everybody that he didn't know anything about the bear's weird history. He said that to him, it was just a stuffed bear like any other. But Jennings, who is apparently a huge collector of taxidermy stuff and just kind of like odd stuff, he maintained a lot of relationships with pawn shops. So the pawn shop owner decided to call Jennings and told him the crazy story of the cocaine bear. So Jennings was like, yes, I will like to take the bear. He was instantly interested in what had happened to this bear. He held on to it for many years. With deaths of owners and estate sales, the bear was finally tracked down by an old auction manifest. The bear was able to be tracked down to an old buyer called Zhu Tang, a Chinese immigrant living in Reno. He had purchased the bear uncontested for an opening bid of $200. Unfortunately, Mr. Tang had passed away. However, he'd been using the bear as decoration in his Chinese medicine shop. When he died in 2012, the business was sold, but the bear was saved. His wife said that he was always bringing junk from estate sales and auctions, and the bear was just one of his favorite things. She didn't like it very much. She apparently didn't know anything in regards to the bear until she received 2 visitors who wanted to buy it. They told her the story of the bear, and she actually donated it to them. She gave it to them, as long as they would pay for shipping and handling. And that's where he is today, vibing in Kentucky. If you like this story and want to help support a trip to maybe go see Cocaine Bear, please consider becoming a member or leaving a thanks. All proceeds go directly back into the channel, and it'll help build the community and provide quality content. I love you guys so much. With that, this is Crystal. Have a good night.